Hey, what is up, everybody? Dylan here from Iceberg TV. Today we're going to be checking out the swirly Atlantic plastic, the swirly Pacific plastic in the Ocean Discs Sea Turtle mold. This was a mold that I actually reviewed the very early prototypes of. I believe they still had their Kickstarter going at the time, and they sent me like a baseline DX type plastic that beat up and warped really quickly. After just 1 or 2 rounds, the disc was pretty waffled. With that being said, I really liked the way the mold felt and flew, but I wasn't super impressed with the plastic in the prototype stage. Now I have the Sea Turtle, a mold I'm really excited about, in a more premium blend. I'm honestly really excited about the Swirly Pacific run, more so than the Swirly Atlantic run. I feel like this really reminds me of the feel and the profile of my old 5502 claw stamp MD3s. That's the mold vibe I'm getting here. And I'm hoping I get a little bit of flip up, just a hair of turn. We'll see how they fly. But I think this flat Swirly Pacific one's going to be a lot straighter than the other ones because they do carry quite a bit more dome on them. But the Pacific one is board flat. So let's see how these guys fly. They are listed at a 5501. I'm going to rip him hard and flat and see what happens. That's a pretty true 5501 right there. That did not want to turn or deviate from the nose angle I put it on at all. Let's put it on a little more Annie up in the air. That guy's pretty stable. Probably more like an 02. Now here's the one I'm most excited about. I feel like this one looks the best, it feels the best, and it's nice and flat. Let's see if we get a little straighter flight out of this one. I get the feeling we will. That definitely had a little bit more forward push and a less crashy and a more gentle fade. But I want to grab all of them, throw them back 1 or 2 more times. Overall, really liking the flight of the premium plastic Sea Turtle. It's got potential. We saw I could throw it hard and flat, didn't deviate off that angle at all, and then had a nice controlled fade at the end. Between that flight and then the comfortable and similar side profile to the old MD3s, it's something I'm actually feeling pretty promising about so far. And one thing I really like about this stamp is if you look here, you can actually see that this disc was made of 60% ocean waste. So they're taking trash out of the ocean, turning it into plastic pellets, and then turning those plastic pellets into golf discs. There's a big ship called the Manta that cruises around the ocean. It scoops up trash out of the ocean, and then we can use that plastic and other trash to recycle it and turn it into useful products that we can, instead of having it in the landfills, we can throw some trash out on the course. But with that being said, over at bergsdiscsports.com, we actually have a disc golf bag inspired by the Manta called the Manta bag that's made of around 99% recycled plastic. So if you're interested in checking one of those out, click the link in the description below. Use my discount code ICE20. That'll work on the Manta, the V4, or any other bag on the website. But let's give these guys a try. This domier, like prototype stamp one, is very stable compared to the others, I feel like. Let's Annie this thing. Wow. That thing can handle pretty much however much angle I decide I want to put on it. This one is a little bit less stable. Still beefy though. Very true to the flight numbers. I'm really impressed with the flight numbers on this. I just love the way this one looks. And it's just got that touch more flatness. So you want a flat one, get yourself the Swirly Pacific plastic. Wow. That is a really nice flight. I'm super impressed. And at this point, the market for recycled disc golf discs is actually becoming really competitive between AGL discs, Gateway does recycled discs, Latitude's done recycled discs, Discraft did a run of recycled discs, Trash Panda. We have Ocean Discs, there's Wild Discs. There's all kinds of brands that are coming out with discs from recycled plastics, but they're not all good. I feel like these Ocean Discs are probably one of the highest quality, best feeling, and best performing recycled discs on the market. So if throwing recycled plastic is something that's important to you, and throwing something that goes towards a good cause is important to you, then I feel like the Ocean Disc Sea Turtle is going to be right up your alley. Wow, it's really starting to turn into a beautiful day out here today. Let's throw everything one last time. We've got the Swirly Atlantic plastic, Swirly Atlantic prototype with a little extra dome, and then Swirly Pacific flat boy. We'll throw them all in the same order. Stable, prototype, Atlantic, Anheuser. I love how consistent that is. It's got the feel of an MD3, that one, but the flight of like a DGA Quake. That thing is an absolute beefcake. Like, it flies a lot more stable than you think it would. Oh, I yanked it. The New York Yankees are in town, officially. All right, let's try forehanding the flat one. If I was going to forehand one, it would definitely be this one. We got to do at least one forehand. Oh, wow. Okay, I thought she was going to turn and burn, not be able to handle the torque of the forehand, but as you see, that flew pretty nicely. We're going to give 2 thumbs up here, particularly for this mold. Feels like the old MD3. Performs probably a little more stable than the old MD3, not quite as much flip up, but flying exactly true to the flight numbers. Not turning at all, having a nice, controlled and gentle fade at the end of the flight. And the plastic is tremendously improved from the prototype plastic. My biggest issue with the disc was never the mold, but I did not like the prototype plastic. Worn too quick, turned into a waffle after 1 round. Wasn't a great disc. They took that mold, they made some premium blends, and they honestly knocked it out of the park. Super impressed. My expectations were pretty low because the prototype was so sketchy, but that full production run is absolutely incredible. And I'm sure people that buy those, especially in that flatter, swirly run, both runs are on Disc Golf Deals USA, so if you want one, you can go get one over there. Use my storefront. It'll save you the most money when you go to checkout. You'll also get free shipping on all orders over $50. Anyway, stay humble, live with gratitude. I will see you guys in the next video, and take care.